To put it briefly, I am a very skeptical kind of person, and I did not set much store by homeopathy till I met Rajan. About 30 years before, when I was not in Bombay, I had been treated by about half a dozen homeopaths over 2 or 3 years, and they virtually mutilated my body, in the sense that if it was on 5% of the body, the way they treated me, it sort of amplified the condition into 80% of the body, and they would say the drug is working. Dr. Shankaran spoke to me for about half an hour or maybe 45 minutes. Rohit was sitting on a sofa. Dr. Meghna Shah was sitting next to him, and he said, "I'll set you right." I said, "The homeopaths who have treated me so far, they have exhausted the entire pharmacopoeia. Now what is it that you want to give me?" I said, "They've given me gunpowder, causticum, arsenic, thuja, sulfur, whatnot." He said, "Have they given you antimonium crudum?" I said, "I don't think, I haven't heard of this medicine." He had a volume in his lap, and he brought it to me and put it in my lap, and he said, "You read this paragraph." Big, it was a tome. And he said, "You read it out in your voice, since you work as a voiceover." So I read it aloud, and he said, "What do you think?" I said, "It looks as if someone has burgled my mind. This seems to be my jottings, from a very private journal." He said, "This is antimonium crudum, this is your medicine. You'll be okay in 7 or 8 months." That's how I started treatment. But I continued to take it from him for about 7-8 months. The first time he gave me the medicine for 3 months, I found there was a remarkable change. There was no eczema, and I was feeling different completely. And during that period, about 4 months or so, I went to those places which with guarantee would precipitate a violent attack of eczema. So there's a small town in central India, Chandu Railway, which is where my wife comes from, in-laws. Small town, maybe there is a lot of Parthenium grass or something, that weed, or there are trees, pollen. But if I stayed there for about a day and a half, I would return with rash on my body. So I spent 5 days there. I went to other places also, like Muhammad Ali Road, for example, or Paiduni, which are very dusty and smoky and full of particulates. Repeatedly, I would go there every alternate day. No eczema at all. I have come to this conclusion, this is the bottom line, that homeopathy is probably the most efficacious therapy available so far. But it requires a very, very assiduous, very sincere and very curious practitioner. It's not easy to practice. It's not anybody's cup of tea or a double peg of single malt. It's difficult because you virtually have to sleep with the psyche of the patient. And if you have been successful in that, it may be a few flashes of revelation here and there, and you home in on the center that this is the disease, this is the medicine, and he's healed completely. It is fantastic. I mean, the kind of advantages that you experience, it changes your outlook, it changes your personality. I think it permeates the core of your character also. I'm much more in command of myself. I used to be very irritable, short-tempered. I'm less irritable. I have become more tolerant, and I think I manage myself much more responsibly
Okay.
than I used to.